I know a lot of physicians want to invest in real estate. They see it as an excellent vehicle to build passive income, increase their retirement savings, and build generational wealth. And that all can be true, but it can be tricky too. So, I want to share how I got into what I'm doing right now, which is passive syndications. So, I thought about doing the single family model because I had seen my father as well. He has several rental properties and he's earning a passive income, and he seems to like that very much. And I thought, okay, I can maybe acquire a single family rental myself. So I went about looking for homes, and this was right after the pandemic when prices were sky high. So it was probably the wrong time, or maybe it was the right time, because honestly, I think I got lucky in that my offers got rejected. These were homes that I thought were already overpriced, but I went ahead and put in an offer because I thought, okay, I really want to acquire a rental property and maybe even use it as an Airbnb. That's what I had planned to do. So when I went about, obviously I got my offers got rejected, so that was convenient. I never got around to acquiring that single family home. And I remembered that when I was selling one home and moving into my new home, I had two homes for a very short time, like only like 2 months. And unfortunately, both houses had a pool. I think it was in the fall, so a lot of leaves were falling. There was a lot to do around the pools and just different things. And I very quickly realized I could not manage both homes, and I was very happy to sell that older home. And I remembered this and I thought, gosh, why am I trying to acquire a single family home? I hated that. I hated managing all the aspects of a home. I mean, it's wonderful to live in. And it's one thing when you're living there and you can see when something's not working or something breaks or there's a leak. And even as a homeowner, sometimes you miss these things. Like last month, I got an email from my water company saying my water consumption had doubled, and I didn't see a leak. I had to go looking for one and find that it was a sprinkler pipe that had busted, or a valve that wasn't working, that was causing this substantial leak. So things like that happen all the time in a home, as you might know. So I thought, well, why do I want to get involved in owning another home? Like, this is going to be a lot of work. And I knew that finding a good property manager would be difficult sometimes, and then also that would eat into my returns. So I kind of dropped that idea, and I went towards multifamily, and I thought, okay, well, when I was learning about it, watching other YouTube videos and understanding the multifamily model, I thought, well, this makes sense. It's more scalable. I can do 8 to 10 unit, something manageable that maybe I can purchase on my own and manage, and I would be able to have passive income. And so that sounded great. So I joined a mentorship program that was going to coach me on how to acquire a smaller multifamily by marketing direct to sellers, and then managing the asset and so forth. So I started doing that. I did that for about 3 months or 4 months, maybe a little longer, where I was sending letters to sellers. And I found these records, on the internet. There's multiple websites you can go to download the list of property owners for the criteria that you're looking for and the areas that you're looking for. And so I would download a list and send out like 300 some letters a month. And some of these people would call back, and we'd go down the path of doing the due diligence and getting more details on the property and so forth. And as I got into that too, I realized, wow, like this is going to be a full-time job. It's going to be, first of all, my name on the loan, which is a lot of, risk and liability. And I was going to have to essentially be a property manager, because these are smaller properties and they don't generate enough revenue to hire a property management company. And so I was still in the midst of that when I continued networking and found another mentorship group that taught single family fix and flip model and how to acquire single family homes off market, market direct to sellers, and so forth. And so I got into that thinking, okay, well, maybe while I'm looking for the multifamily that's going to work for me, I can perhaps acquire single family homes off market just from distressed sellers and create cash flow from that. And that too was an undertaking, and I've seen several people be very successful with that model, but for me personally, it was going to be very difficult. Number one, it takes a lot to find the homes and get them under contract. You do have to do a lot of legwork, a lot of marketing direct to homeowners, door knocking, and other marketing tactics to acquire these homes. And that was going to take a lot of time and energy for me. And then I also, again, really didn't want to deal with the home ownership and the complications and liabilities of that. So but in this group, I met several syndicators in the commercial space, and they were syndicating a multifamily that was 300 units. And they explained to me that if you acquire a larger property, you have more room and you have greater revenue generated with smaller changes on the rent, and you can hire a larger, more reputable property management company, and then have the appropriate people that you need, and build the team that you need to really manage such a complex asset. So that appealed to me. So I began investing in syndications for myself, and then also helping this group raise capital. And so that's kind of how I got started. And then, of course, being a physician, people think, well, you can speak to other physicians and maybe also, raise capital through your friends and family and things like that. So I thought, okay, well, maybe I can do that. So I started, and then they asked me to create a meetup to help gather the investors, to just kind of socialize and get to know each other. And so I did that really, I think, just one time. And the second time they asked me to do it was just a month apart. Somehow, I don't know whether it was me or another person, suggested that I invite physicians. And so I said, yeah, that might be cool. I can invite my colleagues, because I knew a few of my friends were interested, a few of my physician friends were interested in what I was doing and wanted to learn more about commercial real estate and how they could also invest. And so I think overnight kind of created the Doctor Investor as a company. It kind of came really rapidly, and we sort of started creating events under the company, the Doctor Investor, and we had several events last year. And then many sponsors or developers, or what we call operators, these are the people who put the deals together, they contacted me on LinkedIn asking me to raise capital for their projects. And so I kind of just really shifted. I dropped the single family and small multifamily idea and just started focusing on raising capital, because I realized that if I can raise capital, I can invest in any type of deal. I can partner with these other companies as either a co-GP or what we call a fund of funds model to raise capital and invest in their deals. And I felt like this was a really great fit for me personally, because I still am a full-time physician, and that takes a lot of my time and energy. And even though I'm always learning and growing, and I know quite a bit more about commercial real estate and how to do the due diligence and how to manage the asset, I'm still not as good as someone who's been doing it 10, 20 years. So it makes a lot more sense for me to partner with someone who has been doing it for a long time, and they've proven themselves. They have the right relationships and infrastructure to manage and get the financing and other things that you need to acquire and then manage that asset. So I think it's a really great fit for me personally, and I do know a lot of other physicians who are doing the same thing. It's sort of a way, where we can be a liaison between the physician community and the real estate community, help, first of all, find the right sponsors, the right deals, help vet those, and then present those to our physician colleagues or friends, and basically raise capital for those deals from the people who are interested in investing in real estate, and especially from people who are wanting to do this passively. Because honestly, you're not going to make the same income, or a physician is not going to make the same income that they would make if they just go to work. They are going to do better at work, and they're just going to be better equipped to work because that's what they've been doing for many years, and that's what they've been educated in and trained in. And obviously they're going to earn a better income as a physician than as a real estate operator. And so I think it's a good fit for busy professionals, and especially for physicians, because you get to continue doing what you're already doing, what you're already good at, what you're already earning a good income with, and you get to invest passively and have a portion of your portfolio that's invested in tangible, real assets, and maybe grow that money faster. That's the goal. And help you build your retirement and help you build your legacy. So that's my personal take on investing in real estate. Certainly that can change over time, but for now it feels like a really good fit for me. So I hope you enjoyed. Give me a comment and a like, and share this with your friends. I'd love to hear what they have to say. Are they invested in real estate? Do they want to invest? What do they want to learn about? And we can grow together.